Days after speaking exclusively with KXAN, a family of 4 seriously hurt in a deadly car crash at an Austin hospital has filed a lawsuit for more than $1 million in damages. They also want the widespread installation of security barriers or bollards at hospital entrances. Now, police continue to investigate what happened in that February incident at St. David's North, but have said it was not intentional or a medical incident. The lawsuit also reveals more detail alleging the driver who died in the crash was unfamiliar with the car and accidentally lost control. Police say autopsy and toxicology results are pending.
And the family and their attorney accused the hospital of gross negligence, telling investigator Matt Grant bollards could have stopped the car and prevented disaster.
I got a white Acura that drove through the entrance to the civilian side of the emergency room.
I think I still am not super processing of everything. I think I'm still very much not sure what to think of it.
It's been 3 months since Nadia Bernard, her husband Levi, and their 2 toddlers were inside this scene in the emergency room lobby of St. David's North Austin Medical Center. You can see Nadia in this cell phone video being carried away.
Why did it happen to us? Why did we survive this?
Their youngest, 2-year-old Sonny, covered in hundreds of stitches after going through the car's windshield. His dad found him in the passenger footwell.
He was like on the floor with this trash and debris, just covered in blood. I just saw the whites of his eyes just like looking up at me.
The lawsuit claims St. David's was negligent by failing to take safety precautions already in place at its other hospitals that could have prevented the crash here at its North Austin location. Precautions like vertical security posts called bollards, which were only installed here after the crash. Our team recently traveled to the Texas A&M Transportation Institute near College Station to see testing like this, showing just how effective crash-rated bollards can be at stopping the equivalent of a Dodge Ram truck going 20 miles per hour. After the crash at St. David's, a hospital official credited a large lobby fish tank for absorbing the impact and saving lives.
I thank God for intervening there and giving us that protection.
I wish he was thanking God that there were bollards in front of the building to absorb the impact, not the thing that attracted us to the center of the lobby.
Their attorney, Sean Breen, recently recovered thick shards of aquarium glass and granite from inside the car. Now boxed up pieces of evidence in their civil case.
This is where they found little Sonny laying on this.
In recent days, when asked about the lawsuit the family was planning to file, St. David's acknowledged the safety of our patients and their families, as well as our employees and visitors, is always our top priority, but citing hospital policy, would not comment on pending claims or litigation.
For my clients, the fact that this happened to them is completely unacceptable. And what they really, really want is for nobody else to have to go through what they've gone through.
Matt Grant, KXAN Investigates.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. The lawsuit also criticizes St. David's for announcing a near $1 billion infrastructure investment a few years ago, but not spending a very small fraction of that money on bollards at vulnerable ER entrances.
Now, we should note some St. David's locations in Central Texas we surveyed do have bollards, but again, St. David's North did not at the time of the crash.
And so far, St. David's has not answered any of our questions about bollards and again, has not commented on the lawsuit. You can read what it and other hospitals we contacted for our report do have to say about security at their facilities. That's online right now. We have a link in this story in the investigative section of KXAN.com.